Thank you. And what a beautiful Friday!
Yeah!
Now, I just want to share with you this particular experience that I had when I first went probably to Brunei in '86. I had my few Bruneian Kabayans who came all the way from Brunei yesterday. Yeah. In fact, that time was the first and probably the most serious economic crisis in Malaysia. And that was in the year 1984. Can you still remember? Yeah. And we were doing some local business with my wife. And in '85, there was this group called the Economy Group. You remember? So we were doing some business with them, but I heard that they're already going to go bankrupt. So somehow or other, there was a message to say, stop all my business and just to collect all the collections. So for 6 months, we did not do any business, but just going every day in their head office at that time in Kuala Lumpur, in Sungai Wang. I'm sure some of you have been to Sungai Wang before. So every day we will be going to collect, I myself going to collect the check. And luckily, after 6 months, they paid us almost everything except another 400 ringgit left. But it's okay. And then we went to Brunei. There was this very good friend of mine. And we started the business, not this business at that time. We were still in the promotion business where you see those guys doing live demo with selling slices and all this stuff. And we made very good over there in Brunei. So Brunei is one country that really has really helped us a lot. So thank you, Brunei.
Yes.
And of course, after Brunei, we have the privilege to come to KK. And at that time, we were selling our non-stick wok in Gaya Street. And that was in the year 1986. Yeah? And it was also very good. You know, people practically were throwing money at us. Then we went to Middle East. And in the Middle East, that's where we found a lot of Filipinos who were buying our products. And I was just at that time wondering, wow, how come these people buy so many of our products? And then later we found that it's called Pasar Lubong. Pasar Lubong means buying gifts for their brother, sister, auntie, they think of everybody. Even those people who already died, they will still give. And it was only in the year 1999 that there was the first Gulf War, where Iraq invaded Kuwait, remember? And that's where we stopped with the Middle East and we redirected our focus to Philippines. And that's where we went to Philippines. And that's where we started the business. And thank God, in our own way, in our own small way, in the year 1999, we were able to shift to a 6-story building of our own. And it was also the same year, 1999, that we actually embarked on this business on network marketing or multi-level marketing. You see, we embarked onto this business not because of we were hearing, wow, this company doing well, the company doing well, and there's a lot of money to be made, it's all cash business. But we just went into this business because we believe that this system is the closest system to life. And this is a system that can really reach out. Really reach out to all masses of life. Doesn't matter what color they come from, or what qualification they come from, or whether they are rich or poor. In fact, we found that this system is the best way to sort of redistribute wealth. You know, that was our main objective. And of course, that's why our tagline, people helping people succeed, comes about. And our mission is totally committing ourselves to help people succeed in their health, wealth, and total well-being. But of course, it's just, you know, everybody can say that. But action always speaks louder than words. So with this, you see, somehow or other, when we set our intention right from the very beginning, of course, you know, initially it was very difficult. We started off totally different from the rest of the other companies. because we never even mention about money in our training. You know, of course, money is important now. You know, but we always stress on the values, and we come up with these 4 main values, which is termed now as the 4 pillars, which is gratitude. And from gratitude, it's the key to abundance. And from abundance, oh, wow, Nigerian.
Good morning.
Outstanding morning. Wow. This is the power of these people. And if I don't stop him, he's going to take over later on. That's how powerful these people are. I'll tell you why later. And of course, with abundance, we receive love, and we can also give love, and we become more focused to be able to reach out, to be more compassionate, to be more sensitive to the needs of the people. So that's where the 4 pillars comes about. And thank God, we have been guided with these 4 pillars right from the very, very first start. And it has been embedded with this deep foundation. And of course, the foundation is always keep on in process, getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And as we grow deeper and deeper and deeper, we also grow forward and more forward. In fact, initially, I almost wanted to give up, honestly, the first 2 years, 3 years. Because every time when we train somebody and they go out, with spiritual values of gratitude, because those days nobody want to talk about gratitude, only want to know how much I can make. Right now, how much, what car they can give me, what is my bonus, whether it's 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures. And those days you were talking about MLM company, those leaders are really making, I don't know whether it's true or not, but they show you the check. Wow, 6 figures. But we don't do that. In fact, it is like, it's so difficult for us to light a candle. And then the moment they go out, wow, everybody want to throw it away. And we were very fortunate, and luckily we stick on. We stick on to our guns and persistence. And slowly, we begin also to attract people who can see our vision. And one of them is Pastor Nav Trinidad, who incidentally is the father-in-law of Pastor Ikyo. That's why you see, everything is just, it is unbelievable. So from Pastor Nav, he really saw the vision, and his detail is, hey, what you are doing and what we are doing is the same. You know how he was attracted? He was attracted only with the tagline, people helping people succeed. And he came. He came because there was one downline, also his pastor. Pastor Nav trains pastors, He trained pastors. And he's one guy. I'm sure some of you must have met him. He's one guy. If he can give you his underwear, he will give everything to you. He's that kind of guy. Really. So those days, they were also looking for a business opportunity because they will keep on helping. They even never buy wholesale rice and give cheaper rice to the price for the people. That's how fantastic, how big-hearted they are. So what happened is, when they saw this tagline, they came, and of course, you're asking me, and he was saying, Sam, I don't know anything about business, I don't know anything about marketing, I said, don't worry, most important, you have this big heart to help people, because this is what you are doing, helping people. Yes. But more important, you also have to help yourself. By first learning, by first developing yourself with the equipment of an entrepreneur, the equipment of at least having a business sense. You do not just go around and just go sample, give sample, until no money, at the end no money, right? Because money is a currency, you have to make it go around. You cannot just give and don't receive. You have to receive so they can give more, correct? Yeah. So it has to be in a circulation, currency, you see. So slowly, he grew up, and I know that he loves training, he loves teaching. So we actually even appoint him as our international business consultant. And he goes everywhere. And of course, from there, slowly, his business grew, he also grew. And the best thing is, those pastors, or even those his colleagues who condemned him before, Because he, hey, pastor, how to do business? But he really keep quiet. And I can tell you one thing is, today, those people who have condemned him are all now joining him. In fact, they are not even joining, they are they are all pleading for him to have his time. Because he's now, today now he's in Dubai, you know? He's in Dubai. Anyway, so this is how we actually started. And it is also after 12 years, because we started in what do you call it? 1999 we started the MLM business, and I stopped going to the Middle East since 1991. Remember? And after another 12 years, from 1991, after 12 years, I think it was in the year 2003, yes, around that time. Now, my brother went over to Dubai, to Abu Dhabi. That time, we have not actually gone really overseas yet, only in Philippines. And Nav was just praying and says, how am I going to introduce this business to my people over there? Because his purpose going there at that time is missionary work. And then he saw a newspaper cutting the next day. Oh, about chlorophyll. You know chlorophyll? One of our product. And he called me and he said, Sam, I don't know what does it mean, but I've been praying for it, but I think there's a sign. This chlorophyll in the newspaper, and he says that it's very good, this and that. So he emailed me, he faxed me the newspaper cutting, and I told him, I says, okay, just give me another 2 more days, I will let you know. And without any question asked, after 2 days, I went to see him in Abu Dhabi. And after another 2.5 years, because the moment I went over there, I know that's it. I have to start the MLM business there in Dubai. And it is really after 12 years since I went to Middle East, it was another pastor, like Pastor Nav, who took us back again to Middle East, to Dubai. And you see, in fact, when I was in Dubai, it was really like starting all over again. But when we first also like have an opening ceremony to this, wow, everybody come, especially a lot of Filipinos. And the best thing, you see, we are not, please don't get me wrong, we are not a church, I'm not a pastor, okay, I'm a pure businessman. But,
You talk like a pastor.
yeah, everybody say that, but I want to make it clear, I'm a businessman, but we conduct our business based on God's values, that's all. But somehow we begin to notice people who are Christian, who come to the business, they go back, become better Christian. Oh yes, you know, and even Muslims, they become better Muslim, even whatever. And we also notice that now it began to unite everyone, every nationality. You see, have you ever been to a grand opening where you have a Nigerian, grand opening here in Malaysia, have a Nigerian master ceremony? Can you see how happy it is? Huh?
Yes, so happy. Only in Denmark.
Only Denmark. You see, the moment you see people like him, immediately you find that, hey, all my greatest teachers, especially my close family, my wife, my children are my greatest teachers. Because they are the one always so close to us, and we take it for granted. And sometimes we can get very personal. One button only they push, wow, I get angry. But we still are able to control and respond. Okay?
Yes.
So feel good now always, and thank you very much. I love you all.
Yes.